Okay, we are back with another episode, and today we're going to talk about 5 brand new Mandela effects in 2021. And before I begin, I'm going to explain to you guys what a Mandela effect is for those of you who are new to the Mandela effect phenomena. So I'm going to read you a broad definition. So basically what the Mandela effect is it's an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it occurred. So that's just a simplified version of what the Mandela effect is. Basically, it's pretty much about false memories. But not just any false memory. It's not just like one person having a false memory. It's many people having a collective false memory about something that never happened or never existed. Let me give you a broad example of a really good Mandela effect before I get into the new ones. Imagine that you love a girl a lot, right? And you remember that this girl loves you back. However, in reality, she's never loved you before. That's called the Mandela effect. You remember her loving you, but she's never loved you. It's time to move on, bro. She doesn't love you. It'll be okay. It's time to move on. Let me give you some words of encouragement. Sometimes, life can be cruel, a little unfair, and unusual. However, remember that I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, we're going to get into 5 brand new Mandela effects in 2021 that maybe you have never even heard of. Let's begin with the first one. All right, let's begin. And number 1, this is concerning the cereal brand Coco Puffs. How many of you guys remember the cereal brand being spelled like this? Or like this? Which one do you think it is? If you thought it was Coco with C-O-C-O, you were wrong. It's always been C-O-C-O-A, kind of like Cacao Puffs. So let's read about it. There's been a Mandela effect related to the cereal brand Coco Puffs that's recently baffling fans of the certain brand product. This is because many people remember the name of the said cereal brand being spelled as Coco Puffs without an A. But in this reality, it appears to have always been spelled with an A. Personally, I don't know what to think of this Mandela effect. I can see it both ways, and in fact that I don't even know which I can confidently say I remember it being just drives me cuckoo. Get it? Get it? Never mind. But yeah, you guys remember those old funny commercials with that cracked out bird who would just be like, "I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs." I don't even think I sound like the bird. I sound like Mickey Mouse just now.
Goofy, have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? Huh?
But yeah, what I found really interesting about this is I looked up YouTube videos of Cocoa Puffs, and I found out that many famous YouTubers and just many YouTubers in general spell it as Coco, the way I remember and the way many, many people remember, which is C-O-C-O. Here's an example. This is Matt Stoney's video, and Matt Stoney is a competitive eater, and in this video he eats a bunch of cereal, and in the video title he spells it wrong, and he spells it Coco, C-O-C-O, just like we all remember it. So that's one example. All right, and moving on, number 2, objects in mirror may be closer than they appear, or objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Before checking your rear view mirrors on your cars, which one do you think it is? Is it may be closer or are closer? If you said maybe, you were wrong. It's actually are. And there's some residue left behind. Here is, what is this? Here's a little ad. And it says, objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. Again, getting it wrong. Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear is a safety warning for that many people have likely glanced on at a daily basis. It's a message that is required to be engraved on a passenger side mirror in the USA and Canada. And as a child, I'd often ponder its deeper meaning. Maybe will make up your mind, or isn't it closer? All right, let's continue. And nowadays, if you check your car, you might be surprised to discover the phrase etched in glass has always been objects in mirror are closer than they appear. The wishy-washy message with maybe has never been used at all. The best gag in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park came when the T-Rex popped up in the rearview mirror of a speeding Jeep over the words object in the mirror may be closer than they appear. Interesting. When the old warning might have vanished entirely from our cars, there exist trails of evidence to confirm our memories. While the old warning might have vanished entirely from our cars, there exists a trail of evidence to confirm our memories. From cheeky car adverts to David Letterman's top 10s, the object in the mirror may be closer than they appear, lingers as a common phrase. Here's an example. This is David Letterman's. This is a poster, I believe, as presented on The Late Show with David Letterman from the home office in Wahoo, Nebraska. Things that sound cool when spoken by James Earl Jones. I can't believe it's not butter. Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. LJ Low in the house. Yeah, basically, so there is some residue left behind of the memory we all remember, which was may, or most of us remember. Which warning message do you recall? Here's another little comic. Objects in mirror may be closer than it appears. What's also really interesting, there's a singer and his name is Meatloaf. I believe he's like a 70s, 80s singer. And one of his songs is titled Objects in Mirror May Be Closer Than They Appear, just like we all remember it. But again, all of these people have false memories. I have false memory, and it's not true. It's never been may. It's always been are closer than they appear. So I don't know why people are saying may. Again, very strange, but very interesting. All right, moving on. This is a Mandela effect concerning the underwear brand Fruit of the Loom. Fruit of the Loom is an American manufacturer of underwear and other types of clothing that was founded in 1851. Their logo is a drawing of a red apple, leaves, green grapes, currants, and purple grapes. However, many clearly remember the logo having an iconic cornucopia, horn of plenty, behind the fruits, but it has actually never been there. So yeah, many people, including myself, remember the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia, the basket that holds fruits. However, it's never been there. And now it's just a pile of fruit. Here's what one guy on Reddit had to say about the Fruit of the Loom logo. And let's read about it. I definitely remember a cornucopia in the logo. In fact, this sticks out in my mind because the Thanksgiving in second grade would have been 1992. My teacher taught us the word cornucopia, and we made paper ones with paper fruits pasted on them for our holiday crafts. After learning the word, I was able to associate it with the weird basket I would see on underwear packages at Target when shopping with my mom, and on tags of my dad's t-shirts when I helped fold laundry. I was a dorky kid that liked learning new words and being able to apply them outside of school. Oddly, this one stood out for some reason. This Mandela effect is one that really gets me because so many people remember the cornucopia as part of the logo, and it isn't something that necessarily is connected with several pieces of fruit in our daily lives. Why aren't we remembering a regular basket or bowl instead? Those are much more common. Instead, all of us remember the cornucopia. And let's move on. And for the final one, this is concerning some of our favorite cartoons, and this is concerning the show Looney Tunes. How do you guys remember Looney Tunes being spelled? Is it Looney, Toons, or is it Looney, Tunes? So the last word, is it tunes with the double O, or is it tunes with just the U? If you said double O, you were wrong. It's actually Tunes. So yeah, you guys were wrong if you thought it was tunes. But many people remember it as Looney Tunes. So yeah, these were the 5 brand new examples of the Mandela effect in 2021. By the way, if you guys are really interested in some dope Mandela effect merch, the link will be in my bio. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. And let me know in the comments if you got all of these right or if you got some of these wrong. All right, thank you. And we're done.